this one is on a brass body.
Brass sounds best.
And it was made in, looks like February of 12, so it's a couple years old. It's got a really nice finish. It'll be a good EDC lighter, won't take fingerprints. They're both the same except for the material of the plate. One's brass, one's pewter. Both brass bodies. Put that there for a while. And one new product I got today, somebody recommended it to me. I'm going to give it a try. It's called Breakthrough Military Grade Weapon Cleaning Solvent.
That's good stuff, really.
6
serious.
ounces. Breakthrough. And you can see it's a clear liquid.
I didn't even know he was going to.
Military grade weapon.
But fine, it just turned into a Breakthrough commercial.
And this stuff cost right around
$16
for 6 ounces. And a new Zippo and some new cleaning stuff. And yes, cowbell.
More cowbell. Knuckle bump. Guys, Thursday, the day before one of the better days of the week. That's if, of course, you get Saturday and Sunday off. I'm just checking this because this is probably Steve Bush. I just told him what a great person he was and that I would talk to him later. Oh, and Ed, I'm just kidding, man. What are we looking at today? We're looking at FM 966 Farmhouse Ale from Shiner. And as though I didn't think this was going to go bad, I watched Stephen Bush's review of this. And this is pretty much ass juice filtered through the underwear of... But we're going to take a look at it anyway. I am already not a fan of most farmhouse ales, and Johnnie was gunning for taking the worst spot away from Jim, Hornet Fixer. So this could be it. Top looks something like that. And yeah, I'm gonna use it again. Glock. That looked like it was actually a twist off. My bad. Didn't stick. Knife fail. Okay. Alcohol percentage, it is not on here. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that everything from Shiner is bad. Steve informed me that, you know, one of the ones that I have is actually pretty decent. But again, it's a farmhouse ale. Oh, you know what? This is a flavor enhancing glass. Well, I guess it has a fighting chance then. Okay, it's got carbonation. It kind of looks like beer. And let's see. That's probably Ed. Kind of smells like an ale. I mean, I'm expecting some spices in there. You know, not like cayenne or something actually good, but actual spices. Oh, I got a story for you. Grab me a beer and watch this. Okay, cheers, guys. Well, Steve, it's not as hideous as I had actually thought it was going to be. It oh, I cannot remember what you said. Uh it's like 3:45 in the morning, and I'm watching your brew review of this beer, and you made a comment about something about being dry and KY, and I busted out laughing in a very, very quiet house this morning. Ah, shit. But yeah, I see what you're talking about. It has a weird kind of wet dryness about it. Now, it doesn't really have any kind of spicy notes in it. It's just kind of like void of like flavor. You get that dryness and that and sort of like it was like filtered through a 2x4. Yeah, I'm still reviewing. I'm just seeing if that was Ed. Ed sends his love back in exchange for the same love that I sent him. Ah, God. LOL. Who the hell came up with this shit? You know, there's so much crap. A friend of mine, has seen, had a friend that was a lot younger than he was winning, and the text, he would be like continuously asking me, now what does this mean and what does that mean, and a few times I actually had to go look it up online. And as much as I would never get this again, and don't consider it overly enjoyable, this is not going to actually take Jim Hornet Fixer's worst beer spot. Now, I know, Steve, you don't like ales, and that doesn't help. And leading up to this, as far as full disclosure goes, I have had a few Busch beers, and compared to those, this actually has a little bit of flavor. Damn, and I don't know, is the evidence there? Oh, yeah. I actually had a standby. Steve thought it was so hideous, I thought this would go straight in the toilet koozie, and I'd move on to the maybe not. I don't know why the dog went nuts. I'm actually lazy tonight. I know, Chuck, that will come as an absolute surprise to you. But I ordered a pizza, and upon coming down here, I was told that it would be at least 45 minutes, and I figured, excuse me, that would give us plenty of time. So I don't know if Shelby going nuts was pizza or something else. You normally only hear from her if someone comes to the door. Wow, that was 45 minutes. But you know what? I am a dedicated professional. Am I going to break away to go enjoy two of my favorite pizzas and toppings, au contraire. We're going to hang out. I'm going to start by, I'll finish this, so. Shiner's FM 966 Farmhouse Ale. Maybe I'm drunk, but I'm going to give this a 2. So, I'm finishing it, so, you know, it does show up on the E-scale. Yeah, let's, we're gonna do the, I was so geared up to do the backup, we're gonna go with it anyway. And that was from Johnny Watson, so thanks Johnny. Gosh, he's got awesome eyes. This was from Johnny. Come take this. This was before the E-scale thing, and I also think it might have even been before I really started to get into the groove of the craft beers and my appreciation. And there's probably a lot of things that if I went back and had them now, I'd be like, why did I ever give it that scale? And you do. If you just go, if you have access, unlike Steve, have access to just an unlimited, like Paul Hasman. Holy shit, the place that he can go, you go crazy in there. I would end up with my charge card maxed out. But try stuff. I mean, even Paul, I mean, I'm proud of him, man. Things that I thought he would never give a shit about have turned into some of his favorite stuff. Like the Imperial Ales. And you do, you know, how do you go from lifelong Pabst and all of a sudden have an appreciation for both your Pabst and these wickedly flavorful craft monster beers? And I think, you know, some of you guys have made the comment that's just like, it's just all beer. I don't understand how you pick apart stuff. It just kind of happens over time. And if you go back to when this channel was created, really growing up, man, for the microbrew stuff. This is Troegenator's double Bock beer from Trogs Independent Craft Brewery. This one is another big ass beer. I don't know if it says it on here somewhere, but I know this is like an 8.2. Double Bock beer. So this one is from PA Brew News' neck of the woods, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Like I said, this was prior to the E-scale, so I just figured that Shiner was gonna suck, and that we'd be moving right onto this after I did something silly like toss that to the ground and had a mess to clean up. But it's not good, but it's drinkable. This, on the other hand, oh yeah, slow your pour, mister. All that alcohol, and we're still making big ass bubbles. Oh, and you just get that smell right away. What is that smell? Well, that smell is big time roasted malts and dark fruit like raisin or fig or whatever the hell they use. That's professional right there. So, enough chit chat. Cheers, guys. Yeah. All those flavors and again, like fig, raisin. Shall I mention prune? You know, that kind of that kind of dark fruits mixed in with their malts. It has a sweetness that you noticed up front, but it's not like an irritating, like heavy candy syrupy sweetness. And then yes, right behind that is kind of a little kick of the alcohol, a nice little warming going on. You know, if you could pick it up above 9, you'd have Desert Gold. You'd have him loving it, going above 9%, but 8.2 kind of squeaking in. I think you know, I'm sure if he had this, he'd probably like it. GR Dan. Not to mention, it's in a bigger can. So again, you know, it's got some darkness to it, but you know, we're not really, you know, nasty ass dark like midnight kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't think I can get this around here. This was actually I don't remember how many. This was something from a New York Half-Ass Prepper sent for the shoot, and I think only a couple guys had even tried this. It's kind of weird. Instead of just going to the refrigerator and starting popping shit and going, this isn't good, find someone that'll drink it. A few people asked, and I was actually kind of surprised. I don't even remember who all had a few of these, but ended up with an unopened 4-pack, and this right here, this is the last one. Yeah, it's almost like you get like the warming of the alcohol, but you don't get the alcohol ish part of it. I don't know how to explain it. It's like the warming is there, almost like another bad analogy, like the kind, like the NyQuil kind of thing. You know, it's just not. It's not like you just did a shot of Everclear or something like that, but that warming is present. But you know, could you sit and slam one of these? Well, you probably could, but you'd probably, you know, follow the empty glass to the floor. Yeah. Okay, we spent enough time together. Now, one last thing, just to make Chuck happy. I can't really put them in the category of a bad company, but confusion may be where this one lies. And Travis right now is probably laughing his ass off. You've seen Project Overkill, and I absolutely love that thing. If it wasn't for the fact that it's hunting season, I would be able to go out and go shooting, but you're not supposed to be out in the woods shooting during hunting season, which really sucks because I didn't realize that it was sneaking up on us. And this weekend I was supposed to have Pre-Dawn Death, Guns Granted, and Dead Winter, Jeremy, and Grant up here, and to hang out and do a little fire pit, a little drinking and shooting, and that all got put on the back burner. But really wanted the opportunity to get out and sight in, you know, the Vortex scope that's sitting on that. Well, long story short, if you've ever seen pictures or video when I show it, the dust cover door is always open because that is a mil-spec dust cover door. Doesn't work. Turns out that probably, maybe, I mean, I don't know. It'd be interesting. This would be the one time, Chuck, that I would actually look for your information, because it's kind of curious as to who makes it, because I can tell you that that's a DPMS Panther bull barrel upper. And now I know that that is not made in-house by DPMS. It's outsourced. And I'm kind of wondering if it's be interesting to see what the bolt carrier looks like in the Smith & Wesson, because this is definitely not the CMMG or one of those that utilizes that stupid, looks like an actual shell, and it seats the bullet all the way down in the end. This thing is ultra reliable. As of right now, the only problems that I have had with it at all was a fail to fire after putting the same bullet back in the gun like 3 times. It would not fire, so bad primer or whatever on it, and a Machine Dog Black Dog Machine mag. It's one of their older 35 rounders that has the hollow center, and the thing will fire 7 rounds and hang up, fire 5 rounds and hang up. The mag is a piece of shit, and it's not an example of the rest of their products. They actually have some very nice ones. As a matter of fact, I had a problem with a 30 rounder, and they have a lifetime warranty, and they sent me 2 of their 25 rounders to replace it. Okay, I'm cool with that. So back to the story. Dust cover door. It's proprietary, and this one was missing. This upper is from a good friend of mine, and the door was never on there, and the one that's on there is a mil spec, so it had to stay open. It wouldn't close. The little mechanism with the detent was too big, and it hit the bolt carrier, never allowed it to actually seat and stay closed. Called DPMS. Oh my God, you wanted to poke your eyes out with a fork, because I went round and round and round with this guy. He said, well, what you need to do is you need to send the rifle in, or the upper in, and we'll diagnose what the problem is and fix it. Dude, I just told you I need a fucking dust covered door. That's all I need. Got the bar, the Jesus clip, the little spring. All I need is the door. Well, we don't sell the parts. Okay, let me talk to someone in that department. So they put me on hold, and they transfer me to the supposed department, and I get an answer machine, and I don't remember what his name was, and I left a detailed message with my phone number to call me. They never did. So a week later, I called again, and I got the same guy, and I wasn't even going to go around and around. I just said, hey, can you transfer me to parts. It rang like 20 times, and then it went back to this guy. So he's just like, well, we don't have any of, you can't get any of the parts for it. Can I just please talk to a manager? Sure. So they transfer me to, he was a nice guy, his name was Aaron, and gave him the whole spiel. It's the dust cover door. I'm missing the dust cover door. I have everything I need. I just need the dust cover door. Well, we don't have any of the parts for that, but you work on them. Yes. At this point in time, my hostility level was on a scale of 1 to 10 was probably right up there in a good strong 7. And I was trying to stay polite with him, and he goes, listen, for everything you've gone through and all the problems, let me get all of your information, which I thought was to mail me the damn dust-covered door. But no, it was that he was emailing me a shipping label, and they were going to flip the bill to fix it. I'm like, so you're going to take care of it? I'm like, yes. He goes, as soon as we get off the phone, you'll have an email in your inbox. print the label off. DPMS will pay to ship it to us. We will fix it and ship it back to you, all on our dime. Aaron? Yes, sir. Can I ask you a question? He's like, yes. But where are you going to get the dust covered door to fix it? He goes, Eric, yes, sir. Yes, Aaron. I'm going to have to jump through about 90 hoops just to pull this off. As soon as we get it, I will have it back in the mail to you in 2 to 3 days. Can we just leave it at that? Okay. So, all they would have had to do is just put this frickin' dust covered door in the mail and ship it and mail it to me. Like, I've already, to tell you the truth, I emailed them and told them of my situation, and they gave me a part number, and I looked it up, and it was for the 308, and I'm just like, this is not a 308. Oh, what you actually need is this part number, and I looked that one up, and that was for the 223556, and I said, I don't have a 223556, I have the Panther Bull Barrel 22 upper. That is the right one. Okay, so I bought it and had it shipped here, and of course it's a mil-spec door that will go on every AR except for that one. I don't even know how to describe the situation. It almost seems like there's a bunch of really nice people that are obviously hand-tied in some way, because all I need is the dust-covered door, and they cannot ship me the dust-covered door. So it's already gone. The whole upper, everything, I shipped it out to them, and they should, well, they're probably not open on Saturday, so which means they'll get it on Monday. So if that's the case, it should be back in the mail on Tuesday or Wednesday. But, and I even said to him, I said, what, this is all overly confusing, because you could save you and the company a lot of money by just sending me the dust cover door. Instead, I'm sending you everything, and you are going to put a new dust cover door on it. So I'll let you guys know how it goes, but like I said, everybody except for the one guy have been really cool at DPMS, but the whole thing kind of makes you go, obviously they're going to put a dust cover door on it, but they couldn't have just sent me the dust cover door instead. You have to be out your rifle well, they diagnose what the problem is. Well, I'm pretty sure, you know, the problem is that there's no dust cover door on there. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go finish this and this. Yeah, this pretty much tastes like ass when you compare it with the double bock. What should we look at next? I'm glad that you asked. Being that I've had a lot of, well, not a lot, because I've only had one thing from them, but Gritty McDuff's was an outstanding. Like I said, that one was also long before the E-scale thing, and I had to go back and find that, because that was a cool guy, and I haven't heard from him in a long time. And I remember that one was an IPA, and it had a lot of breadiness. It was a very, very good beer. But Red Claw's ale from them, I don't see an alcohol percentage on this one either. Oh, I never gave a guess on the ass juice. Oh, we're gonna look at this one tomorrow, Friday. Why not? Alcohol percentage on this. 4.5. I don't know. That's just a guess. Okay, guys. Cheers. We will see you tomorrow on Friday.